1.9 seconds separates the field.
So this is going to be a very exciting motor race then. Front row, it's a clash between the two lobbies. It's the number 3, McEwen, Wood. Then it's TX3 and ASR Atom, 3rd and 4th. Twitchy and Mountain Goats on at the 3rd row of the grid. Then we have Deadpool and PX7 Tezza rounding out the top 8. So then, off the standing start, we're about to go racing. Let's see who gets the best jump. These Group 3 cars, not necessarily designed for standing starts, were off the line. I think McEwen got a slightly worse start than Wood there. Wood looking to the outside, then to the inside. Doesn't quite make a move. He's followed by RB26, Twitchy, and then Atom rounding out the top 5. Mountain Goat runs it a bit wide there, coming out of the center S in 6th position, but it is McEwen that leads the way down into the second braking zone for the first time, the Largo section of the circuit. And Wood, well, he's challenging around the outside. He's going to be careful not to end up on the Astro there. He stays out of it, but that first 5 has already kind of broken a little bit free of 6th place Mountain Goat, who got a bad run onto the off the center S.
It's a nice battle that's looking on here, and if McEwen's not careful, he might be swamped by one of these guys. It's really, really close.
Absolutely is. So then they head through Pico de Pato now, on towards Juncao for the first time.
That's about as a tongue twister as Paul Dundee's. That's
Yes, I'm now in proper commentary spec. I've got the track map in front of me.
Look at this top 8. This is insane.
And it is McEwen with a couple of car lengths there. Diswood's still kind of jigging around on the main straight. He's still trying to put some heat through his tyres. He's got Twitchy, who's all the way up to 3rd place from the 3rd row of the grid. So Twitchy had a really good first lap there. He managed to get past RB26 and Atom. Mountain Goat in 6th, and actually dropping way out of the order is Deadpool. Deadpool's out of the top 8. He started in, what, P7. He's down in 12th now, so Deadpool has had a mare of a first lap, and he's down behind Magical Wax, who of course came from the Elite race.
Nice, Benjo, nice.
Talking here in the YouTube saying that I'm sure that McEwen went to the GT World. I'm not doubting it at all. That man is really fast, and I know, Deadpool here having a tag on Magical Wax, might be some latency here.
Dear, yes, I think something's amiss there. Unless Magical Wax really did just try and turn in on him there. Coming into the last bit, there was a few instances of contact between them.
Wood up in his second.
Starting to look a bit like the cork in the bottle here, isn't he? Because he's got Twitchy and TX3 just behind him. And those two are looking particularly racy. Wood there going a bit wide, coming out of Juncao. We'll see whether or not he can hold on to this second place, because he's got Twitchy in his slip. He's got RB26 as well. Or I think Twitchy tried to move to the inside there, but Wood said, nope, I'm taking that line. Twitchy looks to the outside then, RB26 all the way to the outside. Still side by side between Twitchy and RB26, but RB26 backs out of it. Atom and Mountain Goat, 5th and 6th position. Some excellent racing here for 2nd through 6th place. And at the moment, Wood has just a couple of car lengths afforded to him, but that's not going to be the case for very long.
Right. Wood in 2nd, Twitchy 3rd. RB26 4th, Atom in 5th,
so
Mountain Goat 6th.
Wood through the fast sweeping double apex right-hander. So easy to focus too much on the first apex and get the second one wrong. They're all grass tracking it there, heading into the long sequence of S-bends here at Interlagos. Of course, the Interlagos circuit in current configuration effectively lost at least a third of itself somewhere there in the 1970s. It was a much longer circuit for quite a period of time, a much more compact circuit, but that also meant almost no runoff, so I think safety more than anything A big part of the reason why we have the current configuration. It's short, sharp, and fast. This would still leading the train. We follow from Mountain Goat's point of view. He's got a little bit of a gap, 1.3 seconds over 7th place Tazar, so he can focus on what's going on ahead of him. And well, what's going on ahead of him is an absolutely wonderful scrap up the inside. Oh, that's Diswood just holding on to the inside line, but he's got Twitchy beside him as they head through the Curva do Sol. Oh, it's going to be very close between Diswood and Twitchy. In fact, RB26 has inserted himself into that one as well with a great run off the center S. RB26 to the outside, Diswood to the inside. It's going to be quite the move from RB26 if he can hold on all the way through the outside. Diswood gives him the space, gentlemanly driving between the two of them. Twitchy still there as well. RB26 not quite alongside Diswood anymore, but he might still dive to the inside. No, Wood covers it off. Brilliant defending from Diswood. Mountain Goat's attacking Atom further back as well and is through into 5th place. So the orange and black Porsche of the Mountain Goat climbing up the order. Diswood in the 66 under immense pressure from RB26, and this is absolutely fabulous motor racing that we're witnessing here at Interlagos.
Yeah, I'd hate to be Woodsy right
come
now,
on.
but as we can see, McEwen's got a 2.2 second lead out of the front. But Woodsy has that much pressure from those 4 cars behind him. He's holding on really well to keep that position alive, especially being on a hand controller.
Yep, always amazes me when I hear who of the Trackstars bunch is on a controller. Speaking of controller drivers, Spud is up into 8th place, so he's recovering from his poor qualifying, but nonetheless, Wood and RB26, they're side by side. Wood sternly taking the inside at every given opportunity, but I think he might have got a slight tap from behind
Twitchy,
there, and that's allowed Twitchy through into second place. RB26 still behind Diswood, but it's Twitchy who's broken free of the pack, or has he? We'll have to see. Mountain Goat there rubbing fenders with ASR Atom as well, so this is absolutely nail-biting stuff. Paint being exchanged as if we're in the Dulux shop, and Diswood runs it wide. ASR Atom alongside him as well, and he's got a half-second penalty now too. That's unfortunate for Diswood. That's what happens, especially if you're putting on a defensive drive of that caliber. The first chink in the armour, the first car through, and suddenly the floodgates are open. He's all the way down to 5th place, and Mountain Goat's back down to 6th as well. Tezar is suddenly in the queue as well, as is the entire top 10 more or less. It's now 2nd down to about 9th or 10th place in one long queue. We're not even halfway through this final race for the Porsche Super Cup. And wow, this could go any which way.
You know Twitchy there.
Twitchy has, as we said,
yeah, Twitchy, he was
burst his way through the floodgates and is into 2nd position.
Twitchy was stuck behind Diswood 1 for quite a while there. He's finally gotten free, but he's 2.8 behind McEwen, so he's got a big job ahead of him. He's halfway through the race now. He's done 5 laps, he's got 7 to go. 7 laps to reduce it by 3 seconds. Oh, rightio. Oh, how are you? He's doing well, he's doing well.
Suggest that he was aggressive at all. The Spud through the center S and into the Curva do Sol. Runs it a little bit wide there. He'll be happy to be back up to 8th place, and he's going to want to try and break his way through into the top 6, maybe the top 5 here to preserve his championship aspirations.
How's tonight gone? Pretty good actually, Black Friday. Pretty good.
And Mountain Goat trying to hold on to the 6th place, and Spud with a wheel on the AstroTurf there. That nearly sent him for a loop down into the Shadow Realm. Hainsey there in 9th place. He's up from 11th as well. Deadpool's recovery might stall out at 10th place. He's got 6 more laps to try and close in on this train of cars.
Well, so far,
Deadpool, of course, who started
we can get a gap in his commentary.
In 10th place. So then, Twitchy, he'll have aspirations.
First gets $30, second gets 20, and third gets 10. Thank you to Elite Breaker Mechanical.
Between McEwen and Twitchy. So maybe
Melbourne.
That's a bridge to
Yo, Brazzy, hello.
Twitchy's issue is that he's having to defend much more than attack with RB26 in the mirrors. Now, is RB going to play the long game here and maybe just leave it a few laps and see if the pack can close in on
that'd be my missus too. She'd be like full trying to embarrass me.
All of the tails here as to RB26's attitude. He does not dive to the inside line. nor does ASR Atom, but he was too far back. So I think that this pack of cars is maybe galvanizing here in 2nd, 3rd and 4th place, and they might be trying to follow Twitchy to a fight for the lead.
So Twitchy, let's have a look. The gap now is 2.7.
Purple there in the first sector, so you never know. He may close his gap down with what's that? 6 laps to go, 5 laps to go.
Yeah, 5 laps left on the board, and a little bit of change in the back pocket as well. So then RB26 and Atom 30.
At least you're a supportive partner. There's plenty of guys out there with a racing addiction that literally have
Spud's on the attack.
Literally have no support from their partner.
He's maybe able to gain 6th here, all the way around the outside of Tazar. A little bit of fender on fender, and Spud is through into 6th position. So Spud still on the recovery drive here.
Spud's up 6 spots. He started 12th.
And back up to the start finish line. We grant you that. However, Spud up to 6th place from starting on 12th is really good going, and I think Mountain Goat may have made an error there because he's down in 9th, and an error also for Tazar. That puts him with a half-second penalty, but he also lost a bunch of time. The penalty absolutely not justified in that instance because he lost himself time and didn't really have anywhere to go. Nonetheless, he has to burn the penalty, so that's going to put Mountain Goat through into 8th. And Deadpool is
cheapest motor racing anyone can do, and you don't have to leave the house. Exactly. I'm a gamer girl, so I guess that's good. Oh, has he put a ring on your finger yet? Has he put a ring on it yet?
The top 10. He's into 10th place, but he wants to move further through the field. He's got Old Timer behind him as well, unless we forget just how close this grid was on qualifying lap time. So if you give even the whiff of an opportunity, the driver behind is more than likely going to take it.
You see, you're a keeper. You're a keeper, Jim. You're a keeper. I hope he's got a ring. I hope he's got a ring on that finger.
The 6th row of the grid.
You're a rare breed. A supportive gamer girlfriend.
Now they're up to 6th and 7th. They've carved their way through the order rather nicely, haven't they?
Well, Hainsey up to 7th. He started 10th.
Spud slowly moving through the field. He's obviously matched with a lot of fast drives he's probably not used to, but it's good to see that they're slowly starting to make their way up. And
Diswood 1 still got his penalty.
Nice if we could see
Adams in 4th.
Field, but obviously, as we know before, he's starting to slowly step back and start to do kind of more managerial things.
Well, RB26 has got to run.
We have a lot more.
No, he's not going to bin it. He's not going to bin it. He's happy to save tyre.
It's funny how complimentary a driver becomes once you say.
What up, BC? How are you?
Isn't it?
You be quiet. That trophy sitting nice.
I brought this game so I can play with him. Oh, that's cool, Jim. That's cool.
500 winner
We actually
with us. Hainsey and Mountain Goat 7th and 8th place. Mountain Goat's back up into P8. Then he was down in 9th. He's got past Tazar and he's now targeting the back of Hainsey as they go into the Largo section. Tazar having to defend from Deadpool further back as well. Looks like Deadpool might have a decent run uphill here in the battle for 9th position. But Hainsey just able to cover off Mountain Goat. He's flashing the headlights, the young Charger. I think getting a little bit agitated in the seat of his car. The battle for 2nd place I don't think is closing in either. On McEwen particularly. I think maybe soon they might start fighting in amongst themselves again because McEwen, as decorated as he is...
Too early to put a ring on it. Oh really? Early days is it?
Into the clutches of a pack, and what a pack it is for 9th place down. We just saw a glimpse of them. It's still 2.7 seconds as it was last time we saw them between Twitchy, RB26 and Atom. So I think that the forward momentum that was there has stunted, and these three are going to squabble again very shortly. Let's see if it's this time down in toward the center S into the first corner of the lap. No, RB26 still tucks in behind PX7 Twitchy, but surely certainly by the time we get to the last lap it's going to become a battle royal for 2nd place. Deadpool is through into 9th now, so he managed to get the move done on Tazar. He's leading the pack of 4 fighting for 9th place. We've got DP Mario in amongst it there as well.
Here we go. RB26 has made a move.
Recover from a poor qualifying session in
Wait.
car 28.
Oh no!
Terribly bad qualifying session.
Twitchy's back to 4th. 26 and Adam have gone by.
And up the inside was Hainsey there for 7th place. He was, of course, just defending.
Back to 4th.
Mountain Goat once again. Mountain Goat still pressurising the PLE driver with the Elite Brake and Mechanical banner on the front of the car as well. So he's wearing some familiar logos to the Trackstars crews. And a little bit of quarter panel to quarter panel kiss up there between Mountain Goat and Hainsey. A little more as well, kind of helping him away from the apex a little bit there is Mountain Goat. I have seen some very rough Porsche races over the years. The Porsche Carrera Cup Great Britain, supporting the British Touring Car package, and they do sometimes steal a few moves.
There's Twitchy Cam there, currently 4th.
So it's not the first time I've seen Porsche.
It's not out, it's not over yet.
Hitting the fenders, and of course here in the real world, you don't have to hit up the spares department when it all goes horribly wrong. Looks as though Tazar ran it a bit wide there, so he's fallen off the back of Deadpool. He's into the barriers, in fact. Just saw that in the background. Tazar spins off into the barriers. Meanwhile, TX3 RB26 is through into 2nd place. Atom has also got by, so Twitchy has been demoted to 4th place. So it's finally happened. The dam has been broken, and PX7 Twitchy is now going to have to fight his way back onto the podium.
So tomorrow night, Jim, if you guys are around, it's actually date night on stream. So my wife joins me on stream tomorrow, and we do an open lobby if you can.
Just ended up on the grass there and scraping the wall. Had a bad run out of Junkao and seemingly never recovered.
So the commentating is being done by Disappointed and Adam from Trackstars. This is actually the main screen. This one here, this screen here is actually It's Wood. It's racing, and my PS is down here. This is what I'm watching here. Excellent job. Hats off. Yeah, tomorrow night, Jim, from 7:30. Me and Mrs. Kenty, we do an open lobby on Fridays. We get the drinks on, and it's a fun night. You guys should both join, and we do a lot of racing in the little MX-5 Mazda Roadster on Friday.
To the right, out of the corner, Atom looking to the outside as they go under the Pirelli brake into the centre.
Look at that pass!
And it's still side by side. Atom's got the inside line, a bit of side-on-side contact. RB26 still with the nose ahead, but there goes Twitchy. He's through the middle. RB26 with a half-second penalty. There's going to be some discussion about that incident, I think, between Atom and RB26, but both of them have now netted half-second penalties, so Twitchy through into 2nd place, and I think he's going to be in the clear. Well, that was some interesting racing between Atom and RB26, but Twitchy, the main benefactor there.
This is the last lap too. There's only 3 corners to go.
Yeah, that was some incredible stuff that just happened there. That was
Twitchy, the gates just opened, and he drove straight through.
2nd place down pad, and then we've got to see if Adam burns his penalty off. Otherwise, RB will just zoom past him.
Absolutely. Diswood with a penalty, which is unfortunate because he's going to have to burn that off, and that means he can't challenge RB26. We have yellow flags there briefly.
So here we go. McEwen across the line. McEwen will
lead at the front of the order. It's extended out to 4.9 seconds from 2.7 while everyone else fought behind.
Sneaky.
McEwen running to an easy win here.
So McEwen will get the $30. Twitchy with 20. Make sure he buys you something tomorrow with that $20. And TX,
who's going to get 3rd? It's going to
I'll
be
let him
Atom,
talk.
or is it? Because he has to burn the pen. No, RB26 through into 3rd place ahead of Atom. Diswood and Enspud round out the top half dozen. Hainsey is just going to hold on to 7th place despite the advances of Mountain Goat. Deadpool across the line for 9th place. Rounding out the top 10 was DP Mario and Old Timer. Magical Wax and Gabans, they were in the same battle that they were in the elite race, and in fact they finished in the same order as well. So Magical Wax and Gabans 12th and 13th. Then we didn't really see the end of the race for Tazar, who had that issue, but deserved win there from McEwen, who put on an absolute masterclass from the front of the grid, led it from the start and never looked back.
GG's, what a race.
He's certainly making a name for himself, that not that he needs to, that he's already got one, but it's good to see these guys coming through, and they're definitely some to watch out for.